Hey guys, make you a short video here. Well, hopefully it's a short video. Don't want it to go too long, but anyway, introduce myself. I'm Joe. And if any of you remember or may be familiar, there was a website called customwoodkits.com in the early 2000s, which sold top bar beehives. I am the original owner of customwoodkits.com, and I designed and sold top bar beehives through that site. So if you bought one of my hives, you know what they are. If you didn't, then this video was just a quick attempt to explain to you what the top bar hives that I make are. So anyway, with that being said, let's jump into this hive right quick, try to keep this video short. The roof system is just a very basic roof system. This thing will come shipped. It'll ship and come to you in a kit form. There'll also be another video specifically for assembly instructions besides this one. But this roof is three-piece, 1, 2, and then 3. When you assemble it, if you like, you can put a little caulk underneath this center board to help seal water out. But other than that, it's basically just a very simple roof system. Then once it's removed, you get into the interior of the hive. This particular one does have a follower board. This hive is for a customer. The customer lives in Arizona. He wanted the follower board, so it does have the follower board. It's also a full 20 bar hive, including the follower, 20 bars besides the follower board. Then we get into the bars. These bars were developed by myself and my two sons. They are a very specific angle here. I won't go into too much detail about specifics because so far it seems as though we are the only ones that have figured out this particular system for the bars. All I will say is that they are a very specific angle, and they have a couple of other specific features that no one else apparently has stumbled onto yet. This one, as all of these in this hive, they have these pieces on the side. They are comb support. When the bar is in the hive and it's drawn out full of comb and full of honey or full of brood, whichever, in extreme heat, like this guy, Arizona, he's going to be seeing temperatures above 100. And that kind of conditions, the comb can become very soft and very weak and actually fall off the bar. This helps that considerably because the bees actually attach the comb to these side pieces and they support it and help hold it up. Plus it also serves as another guide to help the bees draw their comb straight and keep them from cross combing across multiple bars. So we're going to lay these to the side for right now and get my camera operator over here and get a look at the inside of the hive. I get it opened up here. And this hive is somewhat unique. It has features that a lot of other hives, or actually most other hives, don't have. This cavity down here is our bio bottom. There'll be a separate video on this as well that'll explain what it is, how it works, and what it does. But basically, just real quickly, this is filled with a biomass or a bio substance, rotted sawdust, that kind of thing. And its intention is to mimic the bottom or the floor of a hollow tree that bees would want to build in naturally. If you'll come around over here so you can get a look at this front, and like I said, I'll talk more about this in another video. Up here is our mite guard. And what happens is basically when the bees come in the front entrance up here, go underneath, and they have to crawl up through this little space, there'll be a device attached to the inside of this so that when the bees crawl through, their backs will brush against that, and any mites that are stuck to the backs of the bees will be dislodged by this. They'll then fall back down onto the bottom board, and the guard bees guarding the front should quickly grab those mites and carry them out front and toss them over the edge. That's an added feature. I'll go more in detail on that in another video. And this little guy right here just pops in place like so. Let me move these bars so we can get a better look at this. These up here out of the way. This has an entrance here. This is to prevent or discourage robbing. A lot of times in the fall when bees are running low on stores, or even in the spring, bees from other hives will come and go in the hive, rob the honey stores from this hive to take back to their own, in which case most times results in this colony dying for lack of food or starvation. This simply inserts into the entrance of the hive when I get it in the right place. This entrance, the bees that would be robbing land here because they just assume this is the entrance. They go in and they end up coming up through this little channel here into this area. And this area you can put some fondant, or you can put a couple of little containers with sugar syrup in it, which of course will keep the robber bees busy and keep them out of your main hive. After a couple of times, refill it a couple of times maybe, and then stop the feed, in which case the bees doing the robbing will think that they have depleted the stores in this hive and move on and look elsewhere. But it's actually very simple. The bees that are in this hive, they have entrances here along this side and the same on the other side over here. Install this at dark when the need arises, when you suspect robbing activity. Install this just after dark. Next morning the bees in the hive will come out the entrance and they'll come into here and they'll find these exits, and then they will then understand, of course, where their new entrance and exit to the hive is, while the robber bees are kept busy robbing what you provide for them here. When you're done with it, simply remove it, set it aside for later use. We'll get along to the side over here. This bottom is detachable, very simply. And the other side over here I didn't have latched so that I could show you easily, but it just slides out. About twice a year you take this out, dump the material out of it, refill it with fresh material, put it back underneath, hold it up with one hand, and of course lock it back in place with your locks. Now on the inside you can see what it looks like with this removed. So I'm just going to slide it back underneath for right now. Like I said, there'll be a video detailing how that works and how to use it. But for right now, I'm going to stick all these bars back in and show you the other feature of this hive that a lot of people really enjoy. And that is it. And you'll see a lot of hives that have this feature on the market. But it doesn't, a lot of people think it would disturb your bees, but really it doesn't. And that is the viewing window. So you can see all your activity going on in here inside the hive without opening it up, and you don't disturb your bees by opening the hive and getting in there. It is spring-loaded cabinet hinges, so it kind of snaps back in place and holds itself closed. And the little ants, no bees in this hive, so don't worry about the ants. That's on the concrete blocks that I used to set it on. But that gives you a way to keep up with the progress without having to actually open the hive. So anyway, guys, that's basically it for this hive. For this version of our hive, we make a simpler version without the comb supports, if you so choose, and without the robbing guard, and without the bio bottom. Just a flat bottom board, without this, without the follower board. Much less expensive than this hive, but yet still does a fantastic job. It's been tried, it's been proven effective, it's been proven to work. A lot of good results from many people across the United States that bought our hives back in the early 2000s. In fact, this hive is going to a customer in Arizona who bought a hive from me in, I believe, 2003 or 2004. He lost touch with me, and when he finally was able to locate me and contact me again here a couple of months ago, he told me that he had been searching for a way to contact me ever since then, because he wanted another one. And he finally got in touch with me, and this new version, the updated hive, is going to him. So anyway, guys, hope this explains something about what we do, how we do it. We are about the bees. We're not about honey production. We're not about, any of that kind of thing. We're about natural beekeeping, and everything we do supports the natural way of keeping bees. And if you have questions, give us a shout. This video is going on YouTube. It's also going on our website, which is herbalswarm.com, herbalswarm.com. You can leave us a comment on YouTube, or you can contact us through the website, Herbal Swarm, if you like. So, yeah, if you have questions or anything, give us a shout, drop us a comment, and we'll be glad to help you out any way we can. We don't charge to answer questions, so give us a holler. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next video.